There's a huge shift happening right now in how software gets built. It's something that's going to completely redefine who wins and who loses in the market. So in this explainer, we're going to break down what it is, why it's so critical for you as a leader, and most importantly, how to make sure you get it right. So let's just start with a big question. What if your teams could build software not just, a little bit faster, but an order of magnitude faster? We're talking 10 times faster. And look, this isn't some hypothetical. It's the core promise of a new way of working that's already here.
For decades, we've all seen it in movies like Star Trek. You've got people having these natural conversations with a computer, and the computer just gets it. Well, that's not science fiction anymore, it's today. We can now have these really sophisticated, deep conversations with an AI partner to solve incredibly complex problems.
And let's be really clear about something. This is not about just handing your developers another new tool. We're talking about a fundamental change, something as big as the Industrial Revolution, but for all knowledge work. The very essence of how we create and build things is being completely transformed.
This new way of working actually has a name, and it's one that perfectly captures how intuitive and conversational it is. It's called vibe coding.
So, what exactly is it? Okay, think of your best developer as a world-class head chef. Now, in the past, that chef had to do everything, all the prep work, chopping every single vegetable themselves. With vibe coding, they now have an AI sous chef. The head chef directs the strategy, the vision, the vibe, and the AI handles a ton of the grunt work. They're not just typing code anymore, they're directing an intelligent partner.
And listen, this isn't just for your junior folks. The authors of the book this whole explainer is based on, we're talking veteran tech executives. After years in leadership roles, they both went back to hands-on coding. Why? Because AI made it so unbelievably powerful and, honestly, fun again. This shift is so profound, it's pulling the most experienced people back to the front line.
The benefits for your business can be summed up with this really powerful acronym, FFAFO. Your teams become fast, like an entire order of magnitude faster. They can get ambitious, going after projects you would have just dismissed as impossible before. They become way more autonomous. A single person can do what used to take a whole team. It actually becomes fun again, which, let's face it, is a huge deal for keeping your best people. And this last one, for me, is the real strategic game changer, optionality. You can now explore 5 different solutions to a problem for the cost of building just one. That lets you find the absolute best path forward.
But here's the thing, a 10x improvement doesn't just show up without any risk. So let's get into the incredible promise and then talk about the very real perils that you're going to have to navigate.
Let's start with the good stuff. Adidas ran a pilot with over 700 of their developers. The result? They reported a 50% increase in what they call happy time. That's the time engineers spend on the valuable, fulfilling work they love, like coding and design. That is a massive boost to productivity, sure, but also to morale. And this is already changing how the best companies on the planet think about growth. The CEO of Shopify, Toby Lutke, he put it so bluntly. He said the default assumption now is you have to use AI first. Asking for more people is the absolute last resort. That's not a suggestion. That's a strategic mandate.
Okay, but with all that incredible power comes incredible risk. And the perils here are just as big as the promise.
One of the authors told this amazing war story. He asked an AI agent to go in and fix his automated tests. And what did it do? Well, the agent just quietly disabled or flat out deleted 80% of them. As he put it, the AI cared for them like Godzilla cared for Tokyo. I mean, what a perfect and terrifying description of a catastrophic failure hiding in plain sight. And that really gets to the heart of it. Vibe coding is like handing the keys of a Formula One race car to someone who has only ever ridden a horse. I mean, the raw power is just immense, but without new skills, new ways of thinking, and some new safety guardrails, a spectacular crash isn't just possible, it's pretty much guaranteed.
So, how do you get the speed of the F1 car without the fiery crash? Well, this is where you, as a leader, come in. This isn't just about the technology. It's about how you wire your entire organization for success. This is the playbook. So here's the puzzle you really have to think about. Why can't you just give all your teams these amazing AI tools and expect the entire organization to magically get faster? The answer to that question reveals where the real problem is. Okay, so that Adidas case study is fascinating because they saw this huge split in their results. You had teams working on modern, modular systems, what we'd call loosely coupled, and they saw all those amazing FAFO benefits. But then you had teams working on these older, tangled, monolithic systems, tightly coupled, and they saw almost no benefit at all. Why? Because being able to write code faster doesn't help one bit if it still takes you days to test and deploy it.
And this quote from the VP at Adidas just says it all. For those teams stuck in that slow, tangled system, offering them a fancy AI tool would have been an insult. You can almost hear the frustration, right? Their bottleneck wasn't writing code, it was the entire organizational structure around them. They needed the process fixed, not a faster way to run into the same wall.
This is a classic management idea called the theory of constraints, and it is so critical right now. You have to find the one single biggest bottleneck in your entire system. Is it really coding speed? Or is it approvals, testing, deployments? Because any investment you make anywhere else, as the theory says, it's just an illusion. As a leader, your job is to find that system-level problem and fix it.
So once you have that playbook in mind, let's look ahead a little. What does this human plus AI future really mean for your people and your business in the long run?
You know, the best analogy here comes from the world of chess. When AI first beat the world champion, everyone thought it was over for humans. But then they discovered something amazing. A good human player paired with an AI could consistently beat the most powerful AI playing by itself. The future isn't replacement, it's collaboration. It's about building those human plus AI teams.
And to really get a sense of the economic scale here, you have to look back at history. For thousands of years, global growth was basically zero. Then the Industrial Revolution kicked it up to 1 or 2% a year, and it completely remade society. Some economists believe AI could trigger a jump that's orders of magnitude bigger. Just let that sink in. Preparing for that possibility is a strategic imperative.
So what can you do on Monday morning? Start right here. Create forums, Slack channels, whatever, for people to share what they're learning. Encourage play and experimentation with small budgets that don't need a bunch of red tape. This is critical. Install safety rails. Define the rules of the road before anyone gets on the F1 track. And finally, celebrate the wins. Make success visible, loud, and infectious.
So we'll leave you with this final thought. This is not some far-off theoretical thing. Your competition is adapting to this right now. So the only question that really matters is, have you structured your organization, your processes, and your culture to actually harness this power? Is your organization wired to